The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
The second half of the season rolls on for the Wisconsin Badgers. 2 games this past week, on the home floor against Nebraska and on the road Saturday night in College Park against the Maryland Terrapins. We'll recap those 2 games. We'll visit with Badgers freshman Khalil Iverson out of Delaware, Ohio, and we'll also catch up with Duje Dukan, former Badger, now a member of the Sacramento Kings organization. And of course, we'll sit down for our weekly conversation with head coach Gard. It's all coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Hayes, baseline right will inbound. Nigel looking, finds Koenig right corner. Dodd trying to close out on Koenig. He'll snap off a 3 and hit it. Bronson Koenig. Jordan right wing, drives baseline, cuts across the lane, feeds Hayes, open 3, left wing, got it. Cold-blooded Nigel Hayes. Shot clock at 10. Hill against Brantley. High screen from Vito Brown. A throw to Vito. Left of the circle for 3. Got it. Vito Brown with 12. 45-35 Wisconsin. On the dribble. Help from Lehman. Gives it up to Koenig with 5 to shoot. Bronson's got to go. Brantley defends. Koenig right of the lane. The fadeaway jumper. Got it. Bronson Koenig with a long 2. High screen from Happ. Shot clock is at 8. Koenig off the double screen. Left of the circle. Throws to Vito. Open 3. Straight on. Got it. Oh, my goodness. Vito Brown has been on fire now for 5 straight games. Nigel's doubled along the right sideline with 15 to shoot. A throw to Showalter. Driving to the line. Down the lane. To the rim. Way up good. Showalter on the attack. Suleiman feeds Carter. Underhands to Trimble. 42 seconds to play. Trimble the pass. Stolen by Happ. Lead feed Brown. Down the lane. Thank you and good night. Slam dunk Vito Brown. Badger winning streak extends to 7. Maryland's home winning streak is stopped at 27. The Badgers win it by 13. This is Wisconsin basketball. 10 seconds left in the half. They spread the floor. Koenig against Tate. 6 seconds. Koenig drives the lane. Up and in. Nigel Hayes from distance to the right side. They will return to the Final Four. They are standing here at the Kohl Center for Badgers head coach Gard. Showalter down the lane. Way up good.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Quick Trip, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Hy-Vee, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Brutal blizzard this weekend.
Other polar vortex coming.
Snowpocalypse.
Winter is here. Are you ready? No matter what winter throws at you, you can power through it. Nissan's family of crossovers with intuitive all-wheel drive. Bring on winter. For a limited time, choose Rogue, just $199 per month, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on Pathfinder. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
This is Andrew Zielsdorf. He plays hockey. This is leukemia. It's bad business. This is Andrew's oncology team. They love Andrew. They don't like leukemia. And thanks to them, Andrew is now cancer-free. Booyah. They are the world-renowned physicians, scientists, and nurses at the American Family Children's Hospital, pioneers in pediatric cancer care. UW Health. Remarkable.
I grew up on a family dairy farm.
I as well grew up on a dairy farm.
At the time, we didn't appreciate growing up on the farm.
The baby calves, that was where my passion was. I found it, and I knew that I wanted to keep pursuing a lifestyle or a career in taking care of the young ones.
There's been a Norman Rockwell image of dairy farming that's been painted for a lot of people. And if they see past that and they see all the different aspects of what the farm really provides, I think they'll be hooked.
Game night. That magical weekly gathering where lands are conquered. And you get trapped in the dungeon that is your bedroom. But you've got blazing fast spectrum internet. So Kevin and his friends have enough bandwidth to play together. And you have enough left over to find a new apartment. Get 60 megabits of dragon-slaying speed with Spectrum Internet. Where will it take you?
He's out to Jordan Hill, left of the wheel. Hill with a flip for Vito Brown. He'll try a three. Right of the circle. Book it. Vito Brown with 15 points tonight.
You had a chance to check out the highlights from Saturday's game at College Park earlier in the week. Wisconsin on the home floor taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers, a team that, well, offensively is dramatically improved from a year ago, and yet the Badgers hold the Huskers to 61 points. The shooting was difficult for them. Like, we really haven't, we've talked so much about the offense, Greg, and you guys have done a lot of good things. But on the defensive end, too, you know, every night's not going to be perfect, but more often than not, you encourage with what you're seeing on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I'm seeing growth, which is the nice thing. And I think for specifically with Nebraska, to be able to hold Andrew White to what we did, and do the job on him, and Walter and Nigel, how they handled him individually, we're getting better. We're taking steps in the right direction. We've done a few new things that is new to everybody that we've added and emphasized with the defense, but for the most part, I think we've taken steps in the right direction. You know, as a coach, you're never happy and you're never satisfied, but I like the direction we're going.
Well, on the offensive end, you know, you're able to again make the threes in the game against Nebraska, get to the foul line again. Didn't make it as high of a clip maybe in terms of percentage, but more often than not, you guys are in that 73 to 75% range at the foul line. Formula, I know that the start might have been a little choppy, but you guys were able to fight through that.
Yeah, we were, and you know, to be able to be out of sync of sorts, going back through the film, I thought we did really a lot of good things. We got the ball to the right spots against the zone. We hadn't seen a lot of zone lately. We felt that in the last couple of days preparing that we'd see probably more based on their injury and also how they had played it against Rutgers and played it pretty well. So for us to be patient enough and for as many opportunities as we had to take bad threes, we didn't. And we only took 18, and you make 11 of them, that's a pretty good clip. And I'll live with that any day. And then to be able to get to the free throw line, as you mentioned, 28 times against a zone is very good. Usually try to play zone to prevent fouling, to prevent people from getting to the free throw line, to prevent the ball from going inside. And I thought we did a really good job of being unselfish and touching the right spots of the zone and on the floor. And then when they did collapse, we were able to kick it out and knock down shots.
I know we talked before the game before the game with Nebraska, Siobhan Shields was hurt, and he continues to work his way back. And we've seen it happen to opponents that you've played. We've seen it happen with the Badgers that, you know, in the short term, sometimes teams can play even a little better. A little leery of that, weren't you, the other night?
I was. You know, I was worried about that rallying cry, so to speak, or them circling the wagons, which we've done it here when we've had illnesses or injuries. But I thought for the most part, our guys did a pretty good job of making sure there wasn't that other piece that kind of got out of control for us. And obviously they've got a good team. They're young in a lot of spots. But for us to be able to handle that and also handle the adjustments of, like I said, playing against the zone that we hadn't prepared for a whole lot in recent weeks and haven't played against, to be able to be patient enough to get to the free throw line and do some good things was encouraging.
A little later in the show, we'll hear from Duje Dukan, who's now in the Sacramento Kings organization, as you well know. It's kind of fun, isn't it, as busy as you are, as dialed in as you are on the now, to see alums, if it's just from a year ago or whenever, to come back and visit. I would think the guys got a kick out of that.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun for him to be around the locker room after the game, and you know, he gets a chance to see us now in a different light, and he sees it in a different light. And you know, I know the guys enjoyed him, and I definitely like to have him around in the locker room. It's a lot easier to joke with him now that he's not playing with you, and he can throw a few shots at me too, and we can exchange that. But it's good to have those guys back.
Boy, and good for him, because he had to go through some stuff. He wasn't, maybe wasn't as strong as he needed to be at first, and he continued to get stronger. Dealt with mononucleosis. He really helped. Obviously, it's capped an obvious statement here, but the contributions that he ended up making to this team,
they
were very valuable.
They were huge. As you go back and look through last year's films, as we prepare for opponents this year, you start to reflect and go and appreciate even more. Not that we didn't during the time, but for Duje to go through what he went through and to persevere. I think that's the best word that probably describes him. To have never started a game for us, and now is playing in the NBA and on an NBA roster. That's just a credit to him, to how he stuck with it and kept finding a way and is really successful.
Yeah, man, good for him. We'll look forward to hearing from Duje a little bit later in this show. And then finally, on the road, the Maryland game starts that last stretch of 7 regular season games, 5 of which obviously on the road, and the next one right back on a plane heading to East Lansing, a Michigan State team. I know that they probably have more losses than what a lot of people thought at this time, but as a coach, I'm pretty sure I'm right in assuming you don't pay attention to what the record shows. You just know how good they are.
Right. This league, you can't really look at records. We've said that every game throughout the record, whether it's really good or not so good, anywhere in between. We know every night's going to be a battle. And watching Michigan State, I haven't dove in too deep yet as we go through the week, but as we get closer to that game, I'll focus more on them. And from afar, it looks like they're doing what a typical Michigan State team does this time of year, start to ascend upward. So we know we'll have our hands full when we go to East Lansing.
Yeah, the down-to-the-wire game, of course. I went the Badgers' way at the Kohl Center, and you figure it's going to be another hard-fought battle on Thursday night in East Lansing. That game, by the way, tips off at 8 o'clock Central Time. Coach Gard returns in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
Taylor with 3.9 seconds to play. He'll launch it for three at the horn. He got it. They're going to the Final Four. He'll hoist one up. He hit it. Don't wake him up. Taylor's on fire.
December 2nd, 2009, Wisconsin hosting number 6 Duke at the Kohl Center. The home crowd treated to a show put on by Trayvon Hughes. The senior hit big shot after big shot for the Badgers. 26 points on the night, helping Hughes to a Big Ten Player of the Week award.
Hughes, long three, right of the circle, and he hit it.
More from Hughes, putting the Badgers up 11 late.
A pass out to Nankiville. Now Hughes, left side for three, off the rim and in. Hughes for three, and the Badgers have their biggest lead of the game.
They hang on for the 73-69 win, setting off a wild celebration at the Kohl Center.
The Wisconsin Badgers have knocked off the Duke Blue Devils, and it's bedlam at the Kohl Center.
Car paint that gets developing nations on the grid. Working together, our discoveries are greater. Boundless together. Subatomic particles that hold the universe's biggest secrets. Working together, our discoveries are greater. Boundless together.
Shot clock at 4. Hill, nice inside feed. Iverson low on the left for the finish.
It's been tough, but like fun at the same time because you're learning a lot of new things from like the older guys, like Nigel and Bronson and them. So it's been tough, but fun at the same time.
What are some of the things that you're learning from them?
Like both on and off the court. Like when we're off the court, like take advantage of your time and don't just sit around if you don't have class or anything like that, and like try to get ahead on schoolwork. And then on the court, they just give us like pointers like with plays and reading defenses and stuff like that.
When you're coming in as a freshman, you're not only adjusting to college basketball, you're adjusting to college life. The transition may be more difficult off the court than on the court, or on the court more difficult?
The transition off the court, because like you may have class in the mornings and then practice, and then you don't have anything for the rest of the day. So either you like take advantage of that time and either like get ahead with your work, or just sit around and don't do anything, and then you end up falling behind in the long run. So you don't want to play catch-up ball. So
on the court, what are some of the biggest differences you see between high school and college?
Everyone's a lot bigger, like bigger, faster, and stronger. Like in high school, I used to be like one of the biggest people on the court, and then now I went from one of the biggest to now one of the smallest. But I don't mind it at all, and it's like really physical, like especially playing in a Big Ten. It's a pretty physical conference. Coming in, I knew that, so I just tried to work on my body a little bit.
How do you use your athleticism to your advantage in your game?
Just like trying to do like little things, like rebounding the ball, like someone trying to box you out, like use your athletic ability to just like get around them. Or some people you can like just jump over, but at the same time, there's like the bigger guys you have to like root around, and it's more difficult. I think I'm just like, my role is to like go in, play defense, so we could give our like older guys a break, a like quick breather. So just going in, being a role player and playing defense and just doing like little things.
4 of 4, including 2 of 2 from distance. Here's Koenig, wants a lob. Iverson, slam dunk. There it is. Khalil Iverson can get up high and get there quickly, and he sends it down hard.
How would you like to see yourself continue to progress through the end of the year?
Just like keep working on my game and all the little things, and then eventually become like more of an impact player for the team, like later on. But right now, just listening and just doing all the things the coaches want us to do.
Is it hard to not want to try to be that impact player now, that you have to try to just work on the little things every day and not try to do too much too fast?
Yeah, it's hard because like in high school, you could just do whatever you want because like the competition really wasn't that good. But now on our team, we have like older guys who've seen everything and been through everything, and just like looking up to them and following their footsteps on what to do, and because they've been through it all.
Zimbrick GMC is known for outstanding customer service. At GMC's full line of hardworking trucks, crossovers, and SUVs, you've got a winning combination. Whether you need the powerful and efficient Sierra, the technology and comfort of the Acadia, or the modern style and space of the Terrain, you can't go wrong with Zimbrick and GMC. During our New Year's celebration, lease the 2016 GMC Acadia for only $269 per month. Find your next vehicle today at Zimbrick GMC.
Fresh Daily. It's as much about what we do at your neighborhood Quick Trip Fresh Market as what you want to do for your family. So now you can pick up everything on your list, from the fresh milk, bread, and produce you've always known us for, to even more healthy veggies, premium meats, flavorful sides, and you bet, desserts.
Stop in for bananas, baking potatoes, or jumbo onions for just 38 cents a pound. Every day at your neighborhood Quick Trip Fresh Market.
See you next time.
We think small, as in really small, which is precisely why patients like Margie turn to us for their complex surgeries. You see, at UW Health, we're performing the biggest of procedures through the tiniest of incisions. It's called minimally invasive surgery. It means faster healing, less scarring, and getting back to your life that much sooner, which is why small never seemed so big. UW Health, remarkable.
Using a Kaminsky screen, a throw to Frank, feeds Decker. Sam to the line, in the lane, low on the left, goes up, no good. Rebound, Dukan, slam dunk on the putback.
1 year out, you're back here, but how are things going for you?
Things are going well, learning a lot. It's obviously an adjustment, going to the NBA. Here I was the old guy, there I'm the young guy. But it's been fun, it's been a great experience. Always been a dream of mine to play in the NBA. And, just taking it day by day.
What do you think is the toughest thing that has dawned on you since you've been there with the Kings?
I just think adjusting to the game. The game is so different from the college level. Guys are bigger, stronger. It's the elite athletes in this sport. So if you want to be successful in the league, you really got to do a great job of not just working, but perfecting your craft. So that's what I've been doing.
On the opposite side, what do you think you learned here that has helped you kind of make that adjustment?
A lot of things. I think being here for 5 years, I think it helped me become a man, not just on the court, but off the court. So I think there's so many things, not just one thing in particular that I learned that I take with me to Sacramento and forward.
Playing in the D League for Reno, what has that been like? Because those guys to me seem like it's a scrap to get to the NBA there.
It's great. It's a great opportunity for me. The biggest thing for me was just to get game reps and to play. That's what they wanted for me. And at this point, that's the biggest thing. I'm still young. I just want to keep developing, keep getting better, and that's a great opportunity. Obviously, I haven't seen many minutes for the Kings, so that's why I've been in the D League playing as much as I have been. But, like you said, it is a scrap. Everybody's trying to get that call up. So things can get a little bit hectic and out of hand, but you just got to make the best of the situation.
Have you noticed the banner? You weren't here for the ceremony, but did you notice the banner that was added for last year?
I watched the video of it going up. I didn't even look to see if it's there, honestly. It's crazy, just looking back. Even tonight, just coming to the game, it was weird being a spectator tonight, worrying about what time I'm going to come instead of coming 2 hours earlier, getting taped by Henry and all that stuff.
What does it feel like to be back, though?
It's great, just running into old Badger fans, seeing how much people still remember you, even though it has been a little bit of a while, but it's great. So many great memories here with so many people, so it's a great feeling to be back.
How great is it? I mean, not just the three of you guys from last year's team in the NBA, but all the guys that are still playing professionally. Do you keep in touch, and how cool is that to have such a large group playing professionally?
Yeah, it's been great. We definitely keep in touch. We have group messages that we keep in touch. Frank played in Sacramento not too long ago, so I got a chance to catch up with him. And I think we play Sam pretty soon, so I got a chance to see him too. But it's been great. Anytime you can live out your dreams with fellow teammates, it doesn't get much better than that. It's weird not seeing Coach Ryan on the sidelines, being here for 5 years and having him at the helm, and now having Coach Gard to take over. I'm happy for him, He's always wanted an opportunity to be a head coach, and for him to finally get it in this position, in this state, he's given so much to this program, so to have an opportunity, I think it's wonderful for him. We actually have a group message that we kept from last year's team that we kind of keep in touch. We'll text older guys, will text the young guys, congrats after the win, and we usually keep our jokes that we had from last year going, lookalikes and all that goofy stuff. But it's been fun. I keep in touch with these guys as much as I can. Just obviously when they were struggling, trying to keep their heads up and keep them going. And obviously now they're on a 5-game win streak, hopefully 6 after tonight. So things are going well.
Game night. That magical weekly gathering where lands are conquered. And you get trapped in the dungeon that is your bedroom. But you've got blazing fast Spectrum internet. So Kevin and his friends have enough bandwidth to play together. And you have enough left over to find a new apartment. Get 60 megabits of dragon-slaying speed with Spectrum Internet. Where will it take you?
Zimbrick GMC is known for outstanding customer service. At GMC's full line of hardworking trucks, crossovers, and SUVs, you've got a winning combination. Whether you need the powerful and efficient Sierra, the technology and comfort of the Acadia, or the modern style and space of the Terrain, you can't go wrong with Zimbrick and GMC. During our New Year's celebration, lease the 2016 GMC Acadia for only $269 per month. Find your next vehicle today at Zimbrick GMC.
Fresh daily. It's as much about what we do at your neighborhood Quick Trip Fresh Market as what you want to do for your family. So now you can pick up everything on your list, from the fresh milk, bread, and produce you've always known us for, to even more healthy veggies, premium meats, flavorful sides, and you bet, desserts.
Stop in for bananas, baking potatoes, or jumbo onions for just 38 cents a pound. Every day at your neighborhood Quick Trip Fresh Market.
See you next time.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Quick Trip, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Hy-Vee, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Time now for the Great Dane Great Question of the Week, and Mary from Mequon checking in. There's a question we get from time to time, and it's certainly worth mentioning. Greg, Mary wants to know, do you see a time now with a 14-team conference where the league schedule would expand from the current slate of 18 games?
Well, I think in an ideal world, you'd like to see maybe play everybody twice, but I think right now with 14 teams and so many other non-conference events going on, whether it be the ACC Big Ten Challenge, now we have the Gavitt Cup that will be in next year, all the exempt events, Maui that we're going to next year. We've been to the Bahamas, been to Cancun, we'll go to Kansas City in a couple years. There's so many other events that are part of college basketball. To be able to add more games within the conference season, we're really going to have to back up the start into mid to maybe even early December. And I think just the overlap of all those other events and how those are so beneficial for college basketball as a whole on a national scene. I know we love to play in those type of venues and sites that we can go to year in and year out. We went to, obviously, the Garden this year. Right. So I don't really anticipate just too much will have to back up, I think, into December to really make that happen.
Yeah, as difficult as it is to schedule, and you've been doing that here for a long time, it is kind of nice to be able to have those kind of showcase games and to play a variety of different styles, programs, all of that when you can too.
Yeah, and I think for us from a recruiting standpoint, we always market that as here's where we're going to play down the road, here's the buildings you get a chance to play in, here's the teams we typically play. And obviously our league is a great marketing tool itself. To play in this league is tremendous. But to be able to have some of those other icing on the cake, so to speak, trips and events is always special.
All right, Mary, we thank you for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison on the east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Hilldale, of course, where Coach Gard's radio show takes place Monday nights at 6 o'clock, and there is a Great Dane up in Wausau as well. Badgers on the road Thursday night, taking on Michigan State, and then returning home Sunday evening for a matchup against Illinois. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Blizzard this weekend.
Other polar vortex coming.
Snowpocalypse.
Winter is here. Are you ready? No matter what winter throws at you, you can power through it. Nissan's family of crossovers with intuitive all-wheel drive. Bring on winter. For a limited time, choose Rogue, just $199 per month, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on Pathfinder. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.